Hi, Carly. This is Mike with Thrive, and welcome to your August SEO Performance Report. So, if we have done in prior months, we compile several key performance indicators or KPIs. And Carly, we do that to keep track of our overall performance and to keep an overall eye on the health of the website. Diving right in, our first key metric is our top 5 keywords. Pretty similar from what we've been doing in prior months. We look at all of our branded and non-branded positioning, and we tabulate that to our top 5 keyword score. Looking at our score, we're absolutely level in August and July, and relatively speaking in June. Really not much movement in terms of which is great. Stability right now is really everything, and especially during the time where we usually see a little dip in traffic, as you can see from last year during this phase. So good to see some consistency from our gains that we picked up back in May into June. Let's dive into these keywords, take a look at what they are, and then some of the search volume associated with them in our next screen. I've loaded our keyword report here. As you can see, the keyword to the left, followed by the search engine result type, the current position that it's in, the change in the amount of positioning in over 30 days, the estimated search volume per month, and then our cost per click. And again, we use the cost per click from an SEO standpoint just to evaluate relevancy and to see how fierce the competition is regarding those keywords. Looking at our keywords themselves, we'll break them into 2 fundamental areas, one being our branded. So this is Earthlok and keyword and or location. We put all of those together under our branded themes. Not much movement, as you can see here, maintaining our top positions. That's been the case for some time. And then well diversified in terms of our site link extensions, our video presence, and local search results, and the organic search results below the fold. So awesome to see that stability. Looking at some of our non-branded keywords. So the non-branded keywords are not going to contain Earthlok. They're going to be more service-oriented. As you can see here, soil injections for pool, moving up 2 positions to number 1. Also in related questions, it's in the video returns as well, and then the organic search results there. So that was a good movement. Building on clay ground. A lot of these are also in the form of questions, so it has to do with our speakable schema working with the Google crawler. So taking snippets of the content and answering questions that people may have. So there's 2 flavors of that. There's the informational searching, and generally what we see is the more specific the keyword, as you can see like down here, how to build a house foundation on clay soil. That could be informational, but again, I think that has a more actionable intent behind it, because they're asking on how you build a foundation on clay soil, not just why, what are some of the dangers of building on clay soil, or things to look out for. Those can be more informational with less intent. So again, that one specifically moving up 2 positions to number 3. And again, the longer the keyword, usually the less the volume, and we can see that there. Couple other notable movements: foundation in clay soil moving up 1 position to number 6, and then our soil stabilizer moving up 1 position to number 6. I kind of like that one, even though it's very general. As you see, there's a tremendous amount of volume here, and they're willing to bid $2.08 for it. So being that it's a that keyword has volume, and with a $2 bid, that could be dangerous. But again, good movement to the middle of the page as we progress up. I want to see that one starting to produce more traffic, and then we can evaluate from a conversion standpoint. But looking pretty healthy in terms of our non-branded and branded keyword ranking for the month of August. Next key metric is total traffic. Total traffic is measured in sessions, and a session is a measure of a user going to more than one web page. Looking at our data, we finished the month at 1398. That is off our all-time high of 1953, so a little bit of a decrease, but again, in the realm of normalcy, I would say, looking past the prior months. Typically, August is a little lower on the low side. However, maintaining just about 1,400 sessions, so that's roughly about 2,800 page views for the month. Let's take a look at the specific sources, and we can look at some of the changes that occurred within that, and we could also look at some of the conversion data thereafter. And I've loaded our SEO Progress Report here. We're looking at a year-over-year snapshot in this view, as opposed to month-over-month. As you can see, all traffic down just about 20%. That is a little alarming, but looking at the organic traffic, pretty steady with a 1.7% increase looking over this time last year. Topping the chart again and a good percentage actually of new users. And as we love to see goal completions, we definitely had a significant increase looking at our goal completions this time last year. Looking at the actual, as you can see, the referral traffic down quite significantly at 93.6%. So this is attributed to Core Vitals. The actual referral site or source is having Core Vital issues. We also see this when it's kind of localized too, when we have either a statewide or regional targeting. A lot of those referral sites and directories suffered tremendously so far through the Core Vital updates that have occurred. We do anticipate this to come back. I really can't get any much lower than that. We're anticipating that as these referral sites get their acts together, they'll be able to produce more viable sessions through that specific traffic source. But again, 1.7% on the organic side of things, and then our referral, the main driver in the reduction in the overall sessions for the month, being that overall on an aggregate basis. That's why we're down just about 20%. Going through our landing pages, not much differential here. Our homepage traditionally produces the majority of the sessions, but as you see, a lot of our blog traffic is starting to catch up, especially building on clay soil and the importance of soil stabilization. Some really good gains there, looking year over year, and how that blog traffic has changed from traffic that had typically a high amount of bounce to some engagement here, and then overall gains in sessions looking year over year. Transitioning into our conversions and lead, 9 completions over this time last year, which was 2, so that's a 350% increase. Again, even though our conversion rate is up substantially, up 194%, we want to see this above 1.25%. We can do, and we want to see that. So again, moving in the right direction in terms of the conversion rate, especially now that we have proper attribution, analytics is firing correctly. So we anticipate this number to increase slightly just due to that in itself. But again, as we see more relevant traffic coming in, they'll have a higher propensity to convert. So we're looking forward to surpassing those numbers. Tracking our qualified leads just on our 3 key metrics report here. As you can see, 9 versus last year at 2. So again, looking forward to more conversions. As we see some of that keyword movement towards the top of the page, that's going to translate to more relevant traffic. We have a couple themes that we're planning on blogging about in the fall. We'll get those topics over to you before the end of this week. And that concludes our reporting for this month, Carly. I want to thank you for your participation. And I also want to thank you as a client. I really appreciate it, and I know Thrive does as well. And we look forward to closing out the year and becoming more successful and helping you guys obtain more traffic and leads. Thanks, Carly. I hope you have a great rest of your day.